Hi, good evening and welcome everyone. Let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. You all can respond in the chat box. Let me welcome you all. Please let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. You all can respond in the chat box. Thank you, Akansa. Thank you for the confirmation. Let me welcome you all on behalf of HR India Solutions. We are 10-year old HR consulting firm, primarily into recruitment solution. We also take care of HR advisory and consulting services. We are also into contract staffing and payroll services, and we also take care of campus placement and HR practical training. This is all about HR India Solution. These are few clients for whom we are working. We are providing all sort of services, right from recruitment, payroll, contract staffing, and HR training. Let me share you what exactly we are offering in online HR Generalist Practical Training program. There are four important modules. The very first module is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we cover and include almost all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act. And we understand PF and ESIC are applicable on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepared, and finally, how these payments are paid to government by logging into government website. The other labor law which we cover are Maternity Benefit Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get maternity benefit, and as a HR, what all benefit you should give to the concerned employee. The other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get the benefit and how these benefits are calculated and paid. The second module which we have under this HR Generalist Practical Training program is of compensation and benefit, which is everything related to compensation package, how CTC structure designing is done, what exactly is CTC, what is gross salary, what is net salary. We understand how payroll is done, how payroll can be managed in software, and how payroll can be done on Excel sheet. The other important thing which we learn are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime leaves and holidays, and finally we see how employees' full and final settlements are done at the time of going. The third module which we have under this program is of talent recruitment and selection, which is all about talent acquisition. We understand things like what is job description, what a job is specification, what are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporate are adopting. We train people on Naukri.com and one become capable of finding suitable candidates on the basis of various keywords, key skills, and job description. Nowadays, it is not HR manager who is going through each and every resume or application. Nowadays, resumes and applications are getting shortlisted by technology. We also understand that how various ATS applicant tracking systems and how various RMS recruitment management softwares are getting used by corporates and how these technology shortlist or reject any resume. We also train on what is the best way of doing mass mailing and best way of doing job posting, whether you are posting job on LinkedIn, Monster, or Naukri.com. And then we have a dedicated session on CV writing and interviews do's and don't under this module. The last and fourth module is of HR analytics, which has become very important in recent past. We understand things like what exactly is HR analytics, why HR analytics is required, what are the various types of HR analytics, what are the various tools and techniques, how HR dashboards can be created. We also understand what are the various HR matrices which are used to see the performance of HR department. This is all about the course which we are offering. Let's proceed with the today demonstration. Before we proceed, just wanted to have an idea on what kind of audiences we have today. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request everyone to respond to that poll. Let us know how much experience do you have in HR. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly respond to the poll. How much experience do you have in HR? Once we receive close to 80% of the response, I would be ending the poll. I would also be sharing you the result and then we would be proceeding. We have received close to 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. The majority of the population, 90% are fresher. We have people who has got 1 to 3 years of experience as well. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed for the time being. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding what exactly is compensation and benefit. And if time permit, we would also be taking a small overview of all the major and important labor laws in India. So no doubt compensation and benefit is one of the most important function of HR. Why it is important? Because compensation and benefit as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company or whenever any company goes for any kind of hiring, this function of HR decides that what salary should be paid to that person or that position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to breakup or designing of the entire compensation package. How much should be fixed? How much should be variable? What all components should come in the salary breakup is something which compensation and benefit function of HR takes care of. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible to decide when to pay. I am referring to timeline or frequency. There are many companies where salaries are paid on first. There are many companies where salaries are paid on third, and there are many companies where salaries are paid on seventh. There are many companies where performance incentive or sales incentives are paid on monthly basis. There are many companies where performance incentives are paid on quarterly basis, and then there are many companies where incentives are paid on annual basis. When all these payments should be made, what should be the timeline, what should be the frequency is something which CNB as a function of HR is taking care of. And finally, compensation and benefit is responsible for taking care of entire compensation and benefit which they provide to entire employee. No doubt this function is one of the most important functions of HR. But this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have labor law for provident fund, we have labor law for ESIC Act, and we also have labor law for maternity benefit, payment of bonus, and payment of gratuity Act. But when it comes to compensation and benefit, there is no law in HR which speaks that how CTC package should be designed, how CTC and XA designing should be done, or how the salary breakup formation should be done. Due to absence of law, this function of HR becomes slightly difficult. Yes, we have few labor law in India which are talking about payment. Let's have a look on those. There is a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act. And then there is a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's try to understand what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act speaks about paying minimum wages to certain category of employment. This labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act speaks about timely payment of salaries, and there should not be any illegal deduction from the salary is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose salaries are 24,000 per month or less. This labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act speaks about bonus payment, which means profit sharing by the company. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose salaries are 21,000 per month or less. This labor law also do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act speaks about paying similar wages to all the gender. For the same work, you cannot pay a different salary to a male employee and to a female employee is something which this labor law is taking care of. The new labor law, which went on hold, which was supposed to come from April 2021, but things are on hold. Whenever that new labor law would be coming by the name of Code on Wages 2019, that new labor law is combining all these four labor law into one, and that would be known as Code on Wages 2019. So in today's demonstration, we would be understanding what exactly is compensation and what are benefits. We would also be understanding how compensation and benefits are designed. What are the various steps and components which should be kept in mind while designing any compensation package. We would also be understanding real offer letters, which has been issued by our client to our candidate. We would be preparing a CNB structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. And if time permits, we would be taking a small overview of important and major labor laws in India. Before I proceed, there is a poll again. Just wanted to have your understanding on the topic. Kindly respond to the poll. The question is like this. The net in hand salaries of all employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different companies would be same or not. The poll is live, everyone. The net in hand salary of all the employees Getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different company would be same or not. We will follow the same rule. Once we receive close to 80% of the response, I would be ending the poll and I would also be sharing you the result. We have received close to 80% response. Let me end the poll. I am sharing you the result. 65% majority has voted for false. They are of the opinion that take-home salary of all these employees, even if they are working at same CTC, but if they are working in different company, their take-home would never be same. Whereas 35% believes that even if they are working in different company, but their CTC are same, their take-home would also be same. The correct answer is false. Take-home salary of all these employees who are working in different company, even if they are working at same CTC, their take-home would never be same. Why it would never be same? Because compensation structure designing differ from company to company. And why it differ? Due to absence of law. There is no law which is saying that compensation package needs to be designed in this particular way. Every company design compensation package in their own convenient way, and commenting on take-home salary would be really difficult by looking at the CTC. In the coming slide also, we would be trying to understand why it would be different and how it differ, the designing, how designing of compensation differ from company to company. Thank you for your participation. Let's proceed. Now let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefit. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever money, whatever salary, whatever cash which employees are getting every month is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what are benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the monthly salary, monthly money, monthly cash every employees are getting, they also get good number of facilities and benefit from the company, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but companies are providing good number of facilities. So if I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities or perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few examples so that things become more clear. Compensation, you all can keep your videos off. Compensation, which is the monetary part of salary, or compensation for which employee get money in their hand, things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing allowance, or medical allowance, which are paid in the form of money, comes under compensation. All commissions, incentives, all overtime payment, bonuses, profit sharing, stock options, these all are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. Benefit, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities in cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical is something which is provided by almost all the companies in India, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand. Either they are covered under medical insurance or their lives are covered under life insurance. They do not get any kind of money, but this is a good facility which companies are providing. Wellness, mental program, mental wellness and health wellness. During COVID, almost all the good companies has gone for providing mental wellness and health wellness program to their employees. They hired doctors, they hired psychiatrists, they hired gym trainers also. These people were available for all the employees, and employees were calling them and taking their advices. No doubt for this benefit, nobody was getting any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good benefit which company was offering to their employees, and company was spending money as well. Few more example of benefit can be health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance. As I said, life insurance is one of the most widely accepted benefit in India. You will see that almost all the companies are giving life insurance benefit. Retirement plan, gym fitness. There are many companies who are giving membership for gym and fitness club, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good facility. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. Yes, there are many companies who motivate their employees to go for higher education, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but the entire course is sponsored by the company. Child care, paid leave, and many more. Very similar to compensation package designing, there is no labor law in India which is saying that every company has to give this number of benefit. This is why benefit also differ from company to company. Bigger companies are giving more number of benefit, whereas smaller companies gives lesser number of benefit. Now let's try to understand how are compensation and benefits decided. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, how they decide that what salary should be paid to any position or what compensation package should be paid to any position. The word compensation is a very broad term. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Normally, the word salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the word wages is used for all those payments which are paid to worker. In other words, management people get salary and worker gets wages. Let's see what are the factors which plays important role in deciding salary and what are the factors which plays important role in deciding what wages should be paid to the worker. Wages which are paid to the worker are normally decided by individual state government, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Similarly, Karnataka government has also decided minimum wages for their state worker, and Delhi and Haryana government has also decided minimum wages for their state. You cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages in that state. So whatever is paid to the worker, which is called as wages, is normally decided by state government, which is called as minimum wages. Let's try to understand what are the other factors which plays an important role. Cost of living or location. You will see that whenever government is deciding minimum wages, they are deciding on the basis of location. Entire country has been divided into three categories: location A, location B, and location C. Even government decide different minimum wages for location A and a different minimum wages for location B and for different minimum wages for location C. In salary, we'll see that all those persons who are joining at a remote area would be getting lesser paid. All those persons who are joining in a city or a metro place would be getting higher salary. Education and experience. No doubt, salary depend on education and experience of the person. Wages also depend upon education. Whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they mention like this: for matriculate, this could be the minimum wages; for graduate, this could be the minimum wages; and for postgraduate, this could be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding minimum wages on the basis of education. Industries or ability to pay. When I'm saying industries or ability to pay, I'm referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great. Industries like tea garden, jute making company, carpet making company, BD making company, to some extent textile industries, and to some extent manufacturing industries. These industries are not doing that great as IT industries, telecom companies, insurance company, or retail companies. These companies are doing better. You will see that salary and wages differ on the basis of industries. Whenever government decide minimum wages, they decide different minimum wages for different industries. Government decide different minimum wages for mining industry. They decide different minimum wages for agriculture industry, and for manufacturing industry, they decided different minimum wages. You will also see that any HR or any person who is joining a tea garden and any person who is joining a IT company, the salary would be different on the basis of industries or ability to pay of the industry. Salary differ, and even government decide different minimum wages. Supply and demand. When I'm saying supply and demand, I'm referring to what is the demand of any particular kind of skill set in the market and what is the supply of that kind of skill set. In other words, what is the demand and supply of any particular kind of manpower in the market plays an important role in deciding what salary or wages should be paid to any person. Job evaluation is still one of the most scientific approach of deciding what salary should be paid to any position. Job evaluation is nothing but comparative study of two jobs. You study two jobs and decide that what salary should be paid. Under job evaluation, things like job analysis, job description, and job specification comes. Whenever government is going for deciding minimum wages, they invite important and major labor union of the state who plays an important role. We have discussed much about the minimum wages. Let me take you to scenario. Minimum wages in the state of Bihar for unskilled worker is 8,268, which means if you are planning to hire unskilled worker in the state of Bihar, this is the minimum salary which you need to pay. You cannot pay lesser than this to a unskilled worker in the state of Bihar. Minimum wages in the state of Delhi for the same kind of worker is 16,506. In Delhi, you cannot pay lesser than this if you want to hire the same kind of worker which you hired in Bihar. Now, the question which I want to put in front of you is this. If the same worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi, and he is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you think that upon transfer from Bihar to Delhi, this worker would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi or not? Kindly respond in the chat box. I do not have poll on this. Do you think that if Bihar worker gets transferred to Delhi, he is not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required? This person would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi or not? You all can respond in the chat box. Yes, yes, few people have responded no. As per the extra skills, there is no extra skill set required. There is no extra work which is required. Okay, majority of you are responding as yes. The correct answer is yes. Yes, this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi as per the minimum wages of Delhi, because the minimum wages in Delhi has been decided on the basis of all those factors which we have seen: cost of living, locations, everything. Even if this person is not required to do anything extra, this person would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi. You cannot pay lesser than this minimum wages in Delhi. So you all are right, and Delhi minimum wage has been decided on the basis of all those factors which we have seen. Now let me take you to another question for which I am not asking for answer. What if the same person gets transferred back to Bihar from Delhi? Can the salary be reduced? This is a food for thought for everyone. We have increased the salary of Bihar worker when he gets transferred to Delhi, saying that Delhi minimum wages is high and he should get higher minimum wages, which is legally quite okay. Now, if the same worker is getting transferred back to Bihar where the minimum wages is less, can the salary be reduced? Try to find out the correct answer. I am not asking in the poll. And in our actual classes, we understand all this nitty-gritty of labor law. Let's proceed for the time being. So there is a poll again. And for this poll, there is no right or wrong answer to this poll. We conduct this survey just to have the masses feeling. Kindly let us know which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview. Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? The poll is live, everyone. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have masses feeling. We will follow the same rule. Once we receive close to 80%, we have received close to 80%. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 67%, has voted for practical skills and knowledge, whereas 33% has voted for communication skills. It is surprising to see that nobody has voted for degrees and certification. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have masses feeling. You all can keep your videos out. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed. Now let's try to understand how compensation and benefits are designed once it is decided. This is one of the most important section of this demo session. The entire process or steps of designing compensation package can be categorized into 5 steps. Once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation package would be complete. The most important and first step is to decide the fixed or base pay. Under this step, we decide basic salary and dearness allowance for the person. DNS allowance is something which is normally found with government organization. In private organization, you will hardly find DA or DNS allowance. So as a first step, you decide what should be the basic salary for person and what should be the DNS allowance if it is applicable in your company, which is also called as fixed pay or base pay. Once you are done with this first step, second step is to divide the salary into all the allowances which your company is providing. Allowances can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special allowance, telephone, internet, and other. Allowances are purely a choice of company. Whatever allowances they want to go for, they are free to keep those allowances. So in the first step, after deciding the basic salary and DNS allowance, second step is to divide or distribute the salaries into all the allowances which your company is providing. Once you are done with these two steps, third step is to calculate the cost of statutory contributions which your company is making to various government authorities. This is something which you do not decide. This comes from the labor law point of view, and you calculate the cost of your company, which your company would be making to various government authorities. Every company makes payment to various government authorities for their employees in the name of provident fund. It can be in the name of employee state insurance also. Contribution always also goes to labor welfare fund, and there are many companies who add gratuity and bonus in compensation package, which are legal benefit. There are many companies who do not add gratuity and bonus, and both are quite okay. So in the third step, you calculate the cost of your statutory contribution which your company would be making for that person. Once you are done with these three steps, fourth step is to add the cost of perks and benefit which your company is providing. If your company is providing any benefit or perks to the employee, you can add the cost of that. Benefits can be in the name of medical insurance, life insurance, club membership, vision care, and higher education. If your company is providing any of these benefits, you can add the cost of that in compensation package. Fifth and last step is to add variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is responsible to achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid any kind of incentive, you can add the cost of that. The various names which has been given to variable pay is performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. Many company call it as performance bonus. There are many company who pay bonus on company's performance, and there are many company who pay bonus on long service duration. Once you follow all these steps, 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation and benefit package would be complete. Let me go to my Excel sheet and try to make a compensation structure on the basis of whatever steps which we have seen. Let me take an annual CTC of 3 lakhs. If annual CTC is 3 lakhs, the monthly CTC would be 25,000. We would be making a breakup of this 25,000 per month. We have seen the steps. The very first step is base pay or fixed pay. Under base pay, what we do, we decide the basic salary for the person. What should be the basic salary for this person? Basic salary is normally kept as 40 to 50% of CTC. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of CTC? There is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. If you want to give 60%, 70%, 80%, or 90%, there is no law which would be stopping you. You are free to keep that also. But in practice, you will see that almost 90% of the HR professionals are keeping basic salary as 40 to 50% of CTC. Yes, there are a strong logic behind that, but there is no law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. Let's follow the practice which is happening in the market, and let's keep 50% of CTC as basic salary. We are done with basic salary. We have decided 12,500 as basic salary for this person. Second step was DA, DNS allowance, which is normally not found in private organization. You will find DA with private government organization only. You can ignore this. If you want to keep DA, you can keep. If you want to ignore, you can ignore. In private organization, you will not hardly find. And we are done with first step. Second step was allowances. You need to divide the salaries into allowances which your companies are providing. If anyone from the class wants to suggest me any allowances, I would be taking that, or let me take few allowances which are very common in nature. The very first allowance is HRA, which stands for house rent allowance. You will see that almost 99% of the companies are going for house rent allowance. House rent allowance should be kept at what? House rent allowance is normally kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary? Because this much salary would be tax-free from income tax point of view. Otherwise, there is no law in HR which is saying that HRA has to be 40 to 50% of basic salary. HRA is getting decided from income tax point of view. If you give 40 or 50% of basic salary, your HRA would be tax-free. If your employee is staying in a non-metro city, you should keep 40% of basic as HRA. If your employee is staying in metro city, you should keep 50% of basic salary as HRA. Let's assume that this person is staying in a non-metro city. For non-metro city, we should keep 40% of basic as HRA. 5,000 would be tax-free for this person. This is why almost all the companies are going for HRA, because this is a tax-free income. Any other allowances which you people want to suggest me? Let me keep one. Telephone allowance. What amount should come here? You cannot keep 10,000 as telephone allowance. This is not logical. It should be practical amount. So under telephone, in the day of Geo, how much should come? 1,200 or 1,000 seems okay to come under telephone allowance. The amount should be logically accepted one. We are done with this second allowance also. Third most, one more allowance is very common in nature, which is, you will see that almost 90% of the companies are keeping a special allowance. Let me tell you, there is nothing special with this special allowance. Every HR professionals are choosing a special allowance, which is used as adjusting or balancing amount. So everybody is picking a special allowance, but they are not entering any amount at this point of time. They would be entering that amount which would be coming as a difference at the last. And yes, we can take travel allowance, transport allowance, fuel allowance. You can take medical allowance, internet allowance, any allowances which you want to take, you can take. There is no law which would be stopping you. These are few common allowances which you will see with almost all the company. Sorry. HR professionals are picking a special allowance, but they are not entering any amount here. They would be entering that amount, which would be coming as difference at the last, just to match this CTC of 25,000. Let's follow the same rule. Now we have reached to gross salary, which is also called as monthly salary. We have reached to a monthly salary of 18,700. We are trying to reach 25,000 and CTC, and we are done with 2 steps. Third step is statutory compliances or contributions. PF by company and ESIC by company. These are 2 labor laws which are applicable across country in the same way. There are other labor laws also, but there are a few labor laws are not applicable in all the states. Provident fund contribution by company. How much percentage company contribute? It is not 12%. It is 12 plus 1. Company contribute 13% to PF department every month. Let's calculate 13%. 1% extra is contributed in the name of admin charges and EDLI, which is life insurance. So 12% plus 1% extra, 1% is 0.5 as admin and 0.5 as EDLI. So companies are contributing 13% every month to PF department. And ESIC contribution is how much? It is 3.25% by company. Company contribute this much. Let's calculate that. So 2431 would be contributed by company to PF department for this employee, and company would also be contributing 608 rupees every month for this employee to ESIC government. From ESIC, employee get good number of benefit. There you can add labor welfare fund also, which is not applicable in all the states. Many companies are adding gratuity. Many companies are adding bonus also. And there are many companies who do not add gratuity in benefit. If you want to add, you can add. If you do not want to add, you are free to do that. This person's CTC is not that great, so we are ignoring this. And we are done with third step also. Fourth step was benefit. If your company is providing any benefit to the employee, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that your company is providing the medical insurance benefit, and company is spending 200 rupees per person per month. You have added the cost of this, and we are done with fourth step also. Last step was incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve any kind of target, and on the basis of achievement of that target, this person would be getting performance bonus also. Let's call it as PLI. If this person achieved the target, he would be getting 600 more. We have added that also. We are done with all the 5 steps. Let's see where exactly we have reached. CTC can be calculated. CTC can be calculated by adding company's cost or employer expenses with monthly salary. We have reached to a CTC of 22,539, whereas we are looking for a CTC of 25,000. Now, this cell has become active, which we left intentionally blank. What is the difference? 25,000 minus 22,539. There is a difference of 2,461. Now, what this HR professional would try to do, he or she would try to add or mention 2,461 here to reach the desired figure of 25,000 per month. Let's see. I have mentioned 2,461. Let's see whether we are reaching to the desired CTC of 25,000 or not. No, we have not reached. There is an excess of 400. Now, this HR professional would try to subtract 400 from this special allowance. Let's see whether now we are reaching to the desired figure or not. No, we have not reached. There is an excess of 65. Let's add 65. Again, there is a difference of 10. Let's subtract 10. There is a difference of 1. Let's add 1. Now we have reached to the desired figure of 25,000, which we were looking for. If you want to calculate the take-home salary, let me help you that. Take-home salary can be calculated by subtracting employee contribution, which employee would be making from their monthly salary. Employee contribute to PF by employee and ESIC by employee. PF contribution by employee is how much? Employee contribute 12% from their salary, and ESIC is contributed as 0.75%. Let's calculate 12%. This employee would be contributing 2,490 you all, and ESIC contribution would be. So this employee would be contributing 156 from their salary, his salary or her salary, and 2,498 as PF contribution. So net salary would be, net salary or net in hand salary would be monthly gross salary minus whatever contribution is paid by the employee. So net in hand salary would be 18,163. Let's have a look. Monthly CTC is 25,000. Monthly gross salary is 28,117, and the take home salary is 18,163. We have made a salary breakup of 25,000, but we did a good number of manual activity. Let me move to my another sheet, which is automated CTC calculator. This is made on advanced Excel, and the entire sheet is formula driven. You go to any cell and you will see that some kind of formula is labeled. In this cell, this is the formula. In this cell, this is the formula which is applied. In this cell, this is the formula which is applied. So whatever calculation which we have done for 25,000 breakup, let's do from here. So there is an option of data. Under data, you will have an option of what if analysis. Go into what if analysis. What if analysis will be giving you 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 questions. Set the cell. Set the cell means select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell, cost to the company cell. I am looking for value in this cell. Second question which this formula is asking for is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? We are looking for 25,000. I mentioned that. And third and last question which Excel is asking is by changing cell. Excel is asking me to allot a cell which would be used for calculation purpose. So I am allotting this cell. I answered 3 things to Excel. The cell in which I am looking for value, the value which I am looking for, and I allotted a cell to Excel for calculation purpose. Once you click OK, you will see that the entire breakup of 25,000 per month CTC would be calculated automatically. Let's have a close look. Let me click OK. So it is done. 25,000 is the cost of the company, and we have all the breakup in front of us. We have not done any manual activity. Let me show you again. Under data, there is the option by the name of what if analysis. What if analysis has 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 things. Set the cell in which you are looking for value. I selected this cell, cost of the company. Second question which Excel is asking me is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? Let's have some odd figure. 989,789, which is 9,89,789. This can be a CTC figure for some employee. And third and last answer which I am replying is by changing a cell or allotting a cell. I allotted this cell. Now, once I click OK, you will see that we would be having a CTC breakup of 9,89,789. Let me click OK. It is done. It has not taken a second, and the entire salary breakup is in front of us. So this is how CTC and Excel designing should be done. In our actual classes, we teach how this automated CTC calculator can be made, and we share this format also. Let me move to my another sheet. At the very beginning of the class, I asked whether the take-home salary of all the employees would be same or not if they're working at same CTC, but they're working in different companies. This is the answer. There are three companies: company A, company B, and company C. All these three companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But in company A, the take-home salary is only 49,313. Company B has a take-home of 4495, and company C has a take-home salary of 38,991. CTC in all these three companies are same, but the take-home is not same. Why it is not same? Because this salary breakup or CTC and Excel designing differ from company to company. This company has not taken the value of gratuity in Mediclaim. This company is deducting PF on some other amount. This company has not taken the cost of variable pay. This compensation package designing differ from company to company due to absence of law. And by looking at the CTC, it is very difficult to see that what salary would come in the hand unless and until you have the salary breakup in front of you. These are few possible allowances which we can or we should take while designing any compensation package. These are few tax-free salary component which everybody should include in the salary breakup. This is what I wanted to share from my Excel sheet. Let me move to my PPT. We have a mobile app also, and in mobile app you can find a number of free video which you can watch and learn. You can download this from Google Play or Google Store. Now there is a poll again. Can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Let me share you two examples. There is a company who is giving offer letter like this. They are mentioning basic salary is 45,000, house rent allowance is 0, conveyance allowance is 0, and monthly gross salary is 45, which is basic salary also. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. They are mentioning only basic salary of 50,000 and the total monthly salary is also 50. Now the question which I want to ask from you is, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same or not? Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct or not? The poll is live, everyone. We have received more than 80% of the response. Let me end the poll and share the result. Majority of the population, 67% is voted for no. They are of the opinion that monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary cannot be the same. Both the salary structure on which is flashing on the screen are wrong as per them. Whereas 33% is voted for yes, and they are of the opinion that yes, monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same, and both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct. Before that, let me know if my voice is okay now. I have just seen the messages which you mentioned that my voice is breaking. Is it okay now? Okay, thank you, Tilak. Thank you very much. So the correct answer is yes. Monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct. There is no harm. Paying allowances are purely a choice of company. All those companies who want to pay allowances can do that. All those companies who do not want to pay any allowances can also do that. There is nothing wrong with both the salary sector which are flashing on the screen. Thank you for your participation, everyone. This was the last poll. Now let's try to have a look on few real offer letter which had been issued by our client to our candidate, and we would be understanding how compensation package designing differ from company to company. This is first offer letter in which company is offering 13,30,008 rupees to the employee. They are also mentioning that in hand salary would be 1,07,034 rupees. But at the bottom blue box, company is mentioning that there will be an additional monthly deduction toward medical claim insurance, which means there would be an additional deduction on account of medical claim insurance. This company is providing the benefit of medical claim insurance, but the premium or the subscription money is getting deducted from employee salary, which also means that net enhanced salary will further go down. Whatever is mentioned is not correct. You will also see that in the red box, company is mentioning all the incentives and performance bonuses. Let me read the second line for you. You will also be eligible for max performance linked bonus of 2,66,000, which means in this company, variable pay or incentive is not a part of CTC. Company is mentioning over and above this CTC and Excel. You will also see that PF contribution is only 1,800 and the basic salary is 55,417. If you calculate 12 and 13% of 55,417, the PF money would be much higher, but company is only paying 1,800, which means in this company, provident fund contribution is limited on 15,000, which is legally okay. Company can say that we would be contributing up to 15,000 only. Beyond that, we would not be contributing. This is legally allowed. So in this company, PF contribution is limited on 15,000. Company is not paying over and above that. You will also see that bonus, which is a statutory benefit, which comes in the CTC, is coming in the monthly gross salary. Every month, this company is paying bonus. So bonus is a part of monthly salary and is not a part of CTC. You will also observe that gratuity is nowhere mentioned. In this company, gratuity is not a part of CTC. This is one way of designing compensation package. Let me share you another. This is another offer letter of a US MNC in India, the very big name. So in this company, there is a component by the name of leave travel allowance, and company is asking the employee whether you want to take this money as leave travel allowance or you want to convert it into a special allowance, which means employee is having a choice to decide how they want to take the salary. This kind of model is called as combined model of compensation package, in which most of the salary component are decided by the company, but employee also get freedom to decide few salary component. You will also see that PF contribution in this company is 4,434 and basic salary is only 36. Basic salary is lesser than the previous offer letter and PF is more than previous offer letter, which means PF in this company is not limited on 15,000 and company is contributing on total basic salary. You will also see that gratuity is a part of CTC in this offer letter. So this company has added gratuity as a part of CTC. In previous offer letter, gratuity was not a part of CTC. Let's have a look on third and final. This offer letter belongs to Tata Group of Company. They are considered as one of the most ethical employer. This kind of compensation package is called as flexible model of compensation package, in which employee gets the authority and freedom to decide their own salary package. The company is offering 10 lakh to this person. Out of 10 lakh, company has decided basic salary as 3,50,000 and rest 5,08,000 has been put under flexi compensation package. Now, employee would be deciding how they want to take 5,88,000 money. They would be deciding salary component, whether they want to take under HRA, telephone allowance, special allowance, or field allowance. All these salary component would be decided by them, and they would also be deciding the amount under this salary component. Employee get good number of freedom under flexible compensation package. You will also see that PF contribution is on total basic salary and it is not limited on 15,000. In this company, the variable pay, indicative performance productivity incentive, is a part of CTC. In the very first offer letter, all those variable pay was mentioned at the bottom, but in this company, variable pay or incentive is a part of compensation package. In red box, you will see that company is mentioning all the benefit which they are providing: medical insurance, accidental. In the very first offer letter, company was deducting the medical insurance premium, but this company is saying that we would be paying you these many benefits, which is inclusive of gratuity. Gratuity is also mentioned there, but company is not adding the cost of any of these benefits which they are providing. This is another way of designing compensation package. Why it differ? Due to absence of law. There is no labor law in India which is saying that compensation package needs to be designed in this particular way. This is why designing of compensation package differ from company to company. If you want to pay 50,000 per month to any employee, 50,000 can be paid in this way. This is quite legal. There is nothing wrong with this. If you want to pay 50,000 per month, that can be paid in this way also. 50,000 per month can be paid in this way also. And if you want to pay 50,000 per month, that can be paid in this way also. There is nothing wrong with all these four breakups. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, these are not legally correct. And in our actual classes, we understand that why these are not legally correct and what can be more options of paying 50,000 per month. This is what I wanted to share from my compensation and benefit class. Now, this labor law portion is there for which we do not have time, but these 5 labor law we have included in the course: Provident Fund, ESIC Act, maternity benefit, payment of bonus, and payment of gratuity. To cover all these 5 labor laws, we conduct 5 classes and we discuss in detail. So I am skipping this labor law overview due to shortage of time. Otherwise, I normally cover this. So before we end, I would be opening the demo session for question and answer round also, in case you have any query. Before that, let me give you some homework. Try to find out the correct answer of this. Can an employee apply for sick leave in advance? Can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit? Is it mandatory to pay bonus by a loss-making company? Are men allowed to take children to company crèche or daycare? Is monthly salary divided by 30 equals to annual salary divided by 365 or not? Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss all these things. So we have seen all these three, except overview of HR labor law, we have seen everything. So COVID, we have seen that how many job cuts, firing, everything has happened. In the coming days also, things are not that easy. Companies do not want to spend time on training people. Companies are becoming very choosy and they want to hire the best. Supply of talent is more than the demand in the market. Multiple jobs are getting merged. Companies are combining 2, 3 jobs and they are making one. Survival of the fittest. We need to remain updated and skilled. If we are good at one function of HR, say recruitment, we need to become good at other function of HR also if you want to grow and survive. Preference is given to multi-skilled and trained person. And through the survey, which we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are more important. So let me thank you for your time. Skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government, which is very apt also. Let me share you 2 more slides. These are 4 modules. These are the content which we are covering. Every module has got individual fee. Anyone who wants to go for individual module can go for that. These are few highlights. Course duration is 11 classes. In terms of hours, there will be 28-hour class. Classes happens on Saturday and Sunday only. 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. is the time. We are trying to change Sunday timing to morning, which I would be updating. Study material is given on all modules and topics which are created by us. Access to all live class recording. Whatever classes we conduct, after completion of the class, we share the live classroom recording also, which remain with you forever. Those are your recording and you can watch for n number of times as per your convenience. Today demo class is also getting recorded, and after the class I would be sharing you today's recording as well, and you can watch this recording as per your convenience for n number of time. We conduct practice tests after every module. These practice tests are for practicing purpose, just to see how the learning is going on. Certificate is given after the training, which is ISO 9000 certified one. Our company and our course both are ISO certified. And offline doubt and clarification support is also there. We have two WhatsApp group. Anybody who takes admission also get enrolled in the WhatsApp group where we discuss all the HR matters and we discuss latest opening on this WhatsApp group. So these are the 4 modules. If you add the fee, it would be coming to 7,000. Anybody who is going for entire course, the discounted fee is 5,000. Entire course can be completed at 5,000 rupees only. And then we have mobile app also. We start in this way. We start with module 1, then 2, module 3, module 4. After completing module 4, again we start with module 1. In this circular way, course keep on continuing. Admission can be taken when we are starting module 4, and admission can also be taken when we are starting these modules. Next admission is happening from Saturday, which is 20th August. We are starting module 2 from 20th August. These are the sample certificate we are issuing to people. They are flashing it on LinkedIn. These are LinkedIn screenshots. They are mentioning in the LinkedIn that now they are HR Generalist Certified Professionals. We conducted this certification course with this MBA college in Greater Noida. We were invited by Aligarh Muslim University also. We were invited by Sri Siddhi Vinayak College, and we were invited by ISM Patna recently. So this is the, let me